Have you ever, just like that, taken a step, wondered what would happen if there was suddenly no ground under your foot? Just emptiness? Sounds crazy, right? We just walk and that's it. But I live in a place where this question once became terrifyingly real for me. I'm Kelly, a school teacher in a tiny fishing village, a place that seems lost in time among fog and salty winds. In our village lived an old man, Silas. Everyone, absolutely everyone, thought he was an oddball. He claimed he could predict the future. No, not years ahead, just a few seconds, simply by breathing in the wind. Ironic, whether a fisherman would catch a fish, whether a cup would fall off the table. We laughed, like it was a kind but totally useless magic. Why predict something that's about to happen anyway? I laughed too, until one day. The day Leo disappeared. A little boy, my student. The sun hadn't even set and he was already gone. The whole village, we all mobilized. We calmed the forest, shouted his name on the shore, but the waves and the damned wind seemed to swallow our voices. Panic isn't just fear. It's a cold, sticky fog that seeps into your very heart and freezes you from the inside. And when all the logical, all the right methods failed, only one single, insane thought remained in my head. Silas. I ran to his shack on the edge of the cliff, my heart pounding somewhere in my throat. And there he was, sitting on his doorstep, calm, as if nothing had happened, just watching the sea. Gasping from tears and running, I blurted out, "Leo's gone. You can help, right? You can see." He slowly turned to me. There was no surprise, no pity in his eyes. He just looked at the old weather vane on the roof and said quietly, "I can only see a few seconds ahead. That's not enough to find him." My heart sank. Hope, so fragile, shattered into pieces. But then he added, "But you can. Forget everything you know and just predict where someone who can't predict anything will go." The ravings of a madman. I was furious. What was I even hoping for? But his words, they got stuck in my head like a splinter. Where someone who can't predict anything will go. I wandered along the rocky shore, not knowing where I was going. And then I stumbled on a rock, but my foot instinctively, on its own, found its footing. I reached for a branch to keep from falling, and my fingers closed around it even before I fully registered the movement. And then it hit me like a lightning bolt. A step, another step. Every time I put my foot down, I was making a prediction. I was predicting that the ground would be solid. I was predicting the branch would hold my weight. I wasn't seeing the future. I was building it in my head every fraction of a second. We all do it. It's not a gift. It's the basis of our movement, our existence. And Leo? He's scared. His world has collapsed. He's lost. He can't predict. What would he do? He wouldn't run into the dark, unpredictable forest. No. He would look for what seems to him the most reliable, the safest, the most predictable shelter. The old boat overturned on the shore. It had been there for years. The most boring and predictable place on the entire coast. I found him there, curled up in a ball, asleep. That day, I understood. Silas's gift wasn't magic. It was just a concentrate of what every one of us does constantly. We are all predictors. We predict that the chair under us won't break, that a friend will return a greeting, that the sun, for crying out loud, will rise tomorrow. Otherwise, we would just freeze in place, paralyzed by the endless what-ifs. So, what if we couldn't predict the future? We would never learn to live. Every step we take into the unknown is an act of faith in the next second. And that, as it turns out, is our greatest, completely unnoticed superpower.